Facebook.
Why is it saying that?
Click OK. Click Start Facebook.
Hi, I know I'm live. It's early in the morning and I was just clicking on Facebook. I'm actually having my hip replacement today, so I'm going at 12. I don't even have a watch on because I've taken all my jewellery off, my makeup off. I look very boring, so I hope that you will enjoy this anyway, and we'll get started on. So this card, as I've said in the things, this is from Mixed Florals, and the dies, which I really I like the big dies, there's a big one. So this is the card, and it opens out like that to sit on their bench. Isn't that lovely? You can't really see it if you stand it that way, but that's how it sits, and it's got a little flap on here. I was originally going to use I had used, so this is the DSP from here. This is the DSP from Bloom's Impressions that you get if you do, here's my wheel. Who cares? Okay, this is the free Bloom's Impressions that you get when you spend $100. So the backs of them are plain. Now when I got to this one, the back was this colour, and I was actually going to do it in that, but oh my god, it looks so bland. I thought no, and then I thought this might look too busy, but it's all the little flowers in the field. And in Holland they have a lot of, my husband's second cousin lives in Holland, and she's recently lost both her brother and sister, so we at Christmas was the second one passed, so I thought I'd send that to her to brighten her days up a little bit. So oh goodness, I have to turn my phone down because I keep getting a whole lot of messages to say I am, yes, there's somebody else sending a message to say good luck going to hospital. So yeah, so I'm using the back of that because I was going to use the new one here called Wildflower Birthdays. But you know, one thing I thought, oh, I've got to show you this. I didn't realise, I keep saying Emperor, but it has all this papers in it. But you could just buy this totally on your own. And I'll take it all out because you have to really see it all. You could buy this totally on your own. It's 12 by 12. So there's 2 sheets, this colour, and then the back's full of everything you need to make a card without really adding anything to it. Like you could cut these out and put them onto your cardstock. You know, a piece of cardstock, put that on there, and you've got a really nice card. I can't do plain ones, but I think for anyone just starting out, having a bit of fun. So this is the one where you've got the cake, but I didn't buy the cake stamps, I only bought the dies. And then that's the other side of that. That one doesn't do anything for me, I'm afraid. I don't mean to be mean, but I have to be honest for myself. I don't really like that, but someone might like the sparkles. That's cute for a birthday. And again, put one of those other things. And then there's another one like that, but that's pink. And then they've got 2 sheets. Whoops, something's come off at the back. The flowers, look at this, 2 sheets, and so you can put those, if I can get the sheets, sorry, you can get these and just put them on top, or you can just get your paper, put them on top, add your things. Look at that, it's 2 whole sheets of all of these. Like, look at the beautiful cake. So I thought I must show you that, but it didn't suit what I was making today. So pop that out of the road. Alright, so this is my card. I'll just put it there so you can see. And this is I just did this with the envelope. And what have we got? So again, that was the paper I used. I also used it's a good day to celebrate. I'm saying to her, celebrate life. You know, celebrate that. I mean, I know it's cold over there. So these are the instructions. How do I make them flatter? Alright, I don't know how to do zooming in yet. One day I might. But that's them. You'll have to make them wider to have a look, but take a copy of them and let's get cracking. So, there's a wee bit to do here, but more so is just a bit of die cutting and colouring in. So I'll put that down. It looks quite cute because you wouldn't think when you open it up, bang. So anyway, I'll put that up there. So with our trimmer, we're going to do the cardstock is, I'll just get my instructions down so I can read it. The cardstock, the pumpkin pie is 5.5 by 11. Now, unfortunately, you'll only get one card out of our sheet for Australia. Even in America, you would too. Okay, and it's 5.5. And we're going to score it, remembering only your score tool, the brown. And we're going to score it at 3 1/16. 3. Now 1/18, 1/4. So if you look at your here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's that. So that's 1/8. So 1/16, just one mark under. So we all know that. So score that. Another one. Now we're going to flip it over. And we're going to score 4 1/4. This is a nice easy measurement, isn't it? Alright. Now, that comes here, and that comes here. Alright. So we just bone fold that down, and bone fold that down. Alright, so that's how you fold it, in on each other, and that piece is done already, okay? So now we've got our DSP, and our DSP, now if you notice on mine, I shouldn't make out too much because I did them upside down, but you can't really see. So with everything else on it, no one's going to know. So now we're going to make sure these funny little pieces of grass are up the right way. So for this piece, the DSP is 5 1/4 by 8.5. So 8.5. Oops, line that up properly. Always check twice. I'm a quilter. I was a quilter until I got my twins, who just turned 16 the other day on Thursday. Was it Thursday? Yeah. We had a big party on Saturday for them, and oh my goodness, it was fun. Lots of darts and table tennis. What am I doing? So, what did I say? DSP is 5 1/4 by 8.5. What have I got there? I did my 8.5, and now we're 5 1/4 here. So there's 2 pieces for, you could use that on the back of your envelope. I might do that with you today and see what you think of that. I have got my envelope here, so while I've got it out, I'll measure. So if you do your envelopes, measure from the in line, which makes that, but you can just do it to over and then cut around it. I think it's easier personally. So we're going to take that spare piece to 3.5, make sure it covers the envelope. No, that's not 3.5. it's 2.5. Just double check. Yep, 2.5. So about 2.5 buys. You only need, the envelope's only 6. Okay, but it's good to leave it on. And I'll show you quickly what you do. Oh my God, it's just so easy. And it just makes it really nice. Just around the thing with your glue. Put this on at the top. Fold your envelope over, make sure none's over. Okay, and then you just get your scissors and go around the outside. And voila. My other envelope's got, as you can see here, my other envelope I've done like that. So it just shows you what you can do. I mean, if you've got lots of things you're making, but sometimes we get a lot of DSP left over. So it's really good to you. You don't want to waste it. You think it's a waste on an envelope, but in the long run, isn't that pretty? So we'll pop that over there. Put that away. So the next pieces are, there's a big piece of Shy Shamrock, which is about 4.25. It definitely has to be 5.5 because this is for the big die, to die cut. Then we've got a white piece to stamp and die cut. So this is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Then we've got an inside piece, a mat, which is 5 1/4 by 1 3/4. We have a scrap for our tag I've made here, and that is 2 1/4. Oh no, it's not. It's 2 1/8. Yeah, 2 1/8 by 1.5. And on that, all I've done to give it this shape that I've got on it is just clipped the corners. And we're going to stamp the greeting that you can see here on it. And I've actually done that a bit less, to be honest, on there. So I'm gonna, I think I might have measured it wrong. Although I do like it a bit big. Anyway, we'll see when we get there. So that's our tag, which again we have to put aside ready to stamp. Alright, so let's get cracking. We do need a few little scraps for the ladybugs and things like that. But let's get on a move on and get this thing on its drive. And if anyone's coming on, whether it's, I know Facebook know I'm on it normally at 8 o'clock at night, but I just thought I'd do this now. And I didn't really warn anyone, so if anyone comes on, thank you. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe and come and join me next. Probably won't be next week. I don't think I'll be up to it. Apparently with your hip replacement, you're kind of in bed for a couple of days. Alright, so stamping, we've got that and that for our greetings. We've got that for the front. Oh, I forgot one thing, sorry. We need to cut this because we've got to have panels. Alright, so our first panel of this on the long side, pumpkin pie, DSP. Okay, then we cut the panels from the left and we're going to go 3 3/8. Let me see where 3/8 is. 7/8 is way up there. Oh, 3/8 is at the halfway mark and 1 2. Okay, it's not quite. Now we go over the inch. So 3/8 is under the first inch. Okay, so that's 1/4, and in the middle of that is 3/8. There's 3 markers comes there, so that's 3/8. So we cut that one, and I'll just double check it before I do 3 3/8. Cut the panel from the left, 3 3/8, and then at 3, you gotta remember you look twice at your instructions. At 3, and then you get left with a piece that is just over 2. Two and 1/8. Okay? So that's our 3 pieces. And what I can, I'll just do the stamping first and then we'll get back to those, okay? So we need a big block, momentum, ink. We need the big block, the long one and a short one. Alright, and we actually need another one, so I'm just going to bring out a non-Stampin' Up block. Alright, so our little ladybirds, I'm going to put them on this block and I'm going to spread them out. So when I put them on the ink, I can get my cutters in. Now, with the ladybugs, you're going correct. Was it on here? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do that twice. Okay, so I'm going to just get a spare piece of cardstock. Make sure they fit there. Yep. Okay. So we're going to do 3 there and another 3. Alright, now on the envelope, see I put a little ladybug there. Alright, so where's my clean up tool? Now with this stamping, the block's really good, but you should use a craft mat from, well, this goes on our Stampin' Up Stamparator, so they don't have any more, but it's got this filmy, and I've got another one that's like this, but it's I don't know what you call it, it's like a foam. So when you stamp this type of stuff, it's good to put it on there so you don't have it because it's not the big heavy rubber ones. So they're the first ones. Then we're going to put our little leaf, our long leaf. I've done both of those, got to put them away because yesterday I didn't quite put them away. Okay, so now I want our big leaf. I like that over there, to be honest. It sits on my table. And I didn't put it all the way around because it would take up too much of the, see, if I put it straight up it takes too much to write on. And we're going to do that again on the front of the envelope, even though now we've even tizzied up the back. Alright. And that's all with that, so clean that up, put it away. Alright. Oh, no, we need one more little one back. And our greeting is out of Day to Celebrate, which is, again, a free gift if you spend $100 in my shop, and you have to be in Australia for that, unfortunately. If you're in America, you have to go to somebody else. Alright, and it's a good day to celebrate. Right, last one. I'll put that away. Yes. Last one is our big stamp. And look at the size of this. So we need our big mat. And I'm just going to aim it from the bottom. It does fit in if you square that last leaf off. See how that all squares off quite nicely? So now for this one, you really have to bring your stamping pad to the block and just tap it on. I just re-inked my stamps the other day, and when I first started putting them on, I actually did it a bit much. But it has got, I noticed, I thought I'd done blurries, but I noticed that it does have a bit of a ripple in the stamp. I thought it was a mistake and it was my ink, but it wasn't. Alright, so put that down, and I'm going to, because I'm cutting it out, it doesn't matter where it goes, it's just down, and I'm just going to use my little pressy tool just to get it right down in there. Okay. Okay. Oh, hello somebody. Had a look. I hope you subscribe and join me and say hello all the way here in Melbourne, Australia, if you're American, or if you're Australian, I don't know where you are. If you're in Australia and you're the first person on, you can have this card, one of the cards, because obviously I've made one, and I'll have one to keep. Okay, so now I'm just going to use the colours. So the little ladybugs, because I have to do this before I do it out, because it was a bit hard. I forgot to colour them before I laid them out, and it was a little bit hard to do. So there's so much being sold at Stamping Up at the moment, I can't keep up with it all. But I also, some of it, I'm not a very florally person. I do love the Dutch flowers, and I love the tulips ones that we had when I first started, because we've been to Holland twice, especially to see his cousin. Now on here I've used light Shy Shamrock, and I've used dark just to darken the leaves a bit. So hopefully I can go as fast as possible so you're not bored shitless. But if I didn't show you how to use a stamp, and I suppose you know that, but never mind. It is what it is, isn't it? I don't think I'll be walking around much next week. I did manage with I've had to have crutches for the last month, and I have managed to get around and do a bit, but it's definitely a lot of lying down and watching TV. I'm not a big TV person. Alright, so you've got to find where your leaves go, and it's a bit hard, but if you can see here I've got it. You can change your tip to the smaller one for the inside little bits, but I've noticed if you hold it on its side, you can get that going. So it's a very pretty stamp, isn't it? It's I kind of like it. I thought it might have been a bit boring because it's just one set of stamps, but it does actually look really nice. And wait till you see the thing that I cut out with it. Oh my god, it is really nice. Alright, one more I think. Round into there. And there's a tiny little bit there, look at that. Alright, so now with the dark Shy Shamrock, I'm going to just give those a little bit of a, on the leaf there. I'm going to do the stems of the tulips in the very dark so they stand out more. And I'll go over them a couple of times. And again, I'm just going to do a little bit of sharpening up on those pieces there, just so that they stand out pretty good. Alright, and I'll just do these leaves to give them a little, these stems to give them another bit of heaviness. How's that? Alright, so then I used pumpkin pie for the tulips, and this is the light one first, and I'm going to get the big heavy tip. Oh, we've got one viewer concurrent, so hello, thank you for calling, jumping on. I'd love to get more people subscribe to my channels, make it fun for me. I really do enjoy doing this. I love my sewing, but I'm just getting my sewing room, finally getting my sewing room together again. And now this time I'm going to just highlight it with the dark one. I'll just give that just give it a little bit of colour at the bottom and over there. You like that? These markers are really good. Although when you join, if you join up, you get not the your Stampin' Right markers, not the blends. Okay, so we've done that. So we're just going to use, and if I'm right, I just use the little light blue for the little beautifuls. Good thing about the blends, it does have a big end and a little end, so it makes it quite fast. Missed a bit there. Now I just have to quickly put a bit of Shy Shamrock on here. And on the envelope, oh, I missed a bit. What else was I going to tell you about? Oh, I hope you liked the card last time. I really enjoyed that one. I like doing a lot of fun folds. I like to do... I keep trying to do a lot easier, faster ones, but I get confused because I feel like I'm being boring. Alright, so that's it for drying. So I've got my dimensionals, the little baby ones and the big fat ones. We're going to use them soon. Now, first of all, now I have to cut this out. But what I'm going to do is show you how I put this on now. So, this white tag, oh, I forgot to stamp. What did I put on the inside? Did I put anything? No, I didn't, because I put the stamp on the front and I just want to write words. Alright, so with this one, you're lining these ones up, right? And this has got to be away from there so you can't see it. But when we put this one in, look, I think someone, oh, my granddaughter's trying to get me. She's going to come and help. So, we've got our panels. That's your first panel, is your, yeah, first, second and third. Alright, so you can just see them a bit there. So with your first panel, it's actually going to come over to here. Alright. So you've got a bit of a leaf on the thing. Yeah, it's not sitting in there, it's coming over, okay, to there. So if you've got your, I don't know if you've got a glass mat or you've just got a measuring line, put it into the corners and line that up on that corner to 1, 2 little corners. So it's going to come 1, 2, all right, and then on the bottom 1, 2. And that's where you're going to line it up. Now I've done less on that, so it's not 1, 2, it's 1. Alright, so line it up to 1, have a look. So you're starting on this one here. So I'm going to get my pen out, one of my markers out. Okay, back into our, alright. So this is good to get these tips and know where you're doing it. So you're going to line it so it comes to there. And it comes to there, and this will help when you go to put it on, because you only want to put glue inside here, here and here. Oh, getting all my panics. Good luck for my operation. Isn't that lovely? Now I did put a little much on up there, didn't I? So 1, just under 1 there. Then I'll get my trusty cloth, and then when that dries a little bit, we'll just take that off like that. If it hasn't dried, and that, see how it's got a flap, so you're over there, is that even? Yep, and that comes down on there. So now I'm just going to move that a bit, just a touch there. So now what we're going to do is, to make it easier, we're going to put this one on first, and what we're going to do is put it inside here. I reckon, is that 5 1/4? And that's, oh, it's only 5 1/3. It should be 5 1/4. You stick with 5 1/2. Make sure you do 5 1/2. So I'm just going to have to cut off a slither on the end there. Otherwise you're going to see it. Where's my bin? Alright, let's go again. So, alright, so remember, but now this is the weird thing. It is going to be alright, don't worry. This is going to go here. But for me, if I line it up like that, I don't want to see it, and so to put the glue on, I'm doing it from this side, so I'm lining it up there. Alright, I'm going to glue it, under my fingers, and then I'm taking the top and putting it down. I'm going to pick it up, which I've just put a piece of glue on here, on my fingers. So it's a rubber. There you go, now it's perfect, see, and you're not going to see it. I'm just going to wash my hands, because now I've got a bit of glue on there. Oh, hello everybody. Well, first one oh, good morning Jenny, how are you? You do love this bundle, I've seen that. Mind you, you say that about all the bundles you get. I didn't like the toadstools though, I loved your card. But I didn't see your toadstool, sorry. Okay, so that's down there. And that's there. So then we can put our second in the middle. So more glue. I didn't look up at you too early enough there, Jenny. Alright, so this one is going in the middle here. Just a little skinny over. I love the glue because you can. A lot of people use tape, but I've just not been able to use tape. And Jenny, the one that just said hello on Facebook, she does. My last card I did because she had done one similar, but I did mine different. So that was my last week's card. And Jenny did one, a big thank you one, but she used arches, and I just I did different ones, but I did use and say thank you to her for doing that. So that's totally ready. Okay, so we just have to cut these out now, and we're nearly done, guys. How cool is this nice quick card? So we've got the Shy Shamrock that we're going to cut out as well. So let me show you the dies. Now, one thing I noticed that was really good in here, and I haven't seen this very often at all, but there's six bees. Okay, so this is here. So I'm going to cut that back down so I can have room to put my bees on. Okay, and then I've got this, and I will cut that down. You don't have to, but I want to put everything on at once. Oh, you could just about put it on like that, couldn't you? It's so cute. Alright, so we've got that. So under here is another set. So this is for that. And then look at all these little bees. I didn't realise I cut the first three out. Oh, they stuck on well. I cut the first three out. I'm just gonna put them in my little metal tray. Okay, while I get my machine out. So let me just get these out of the road a bit. So I need a bit of swinging room now. The card's up there. Alright. We are. Here's my big boss, because you need a big boss to get through here. So we're going to put one. Now I'm going to try it with my mat. I don't know whether it'll be too big. I will find out, won't I? So let's see. Okay. If it doesn't, then I have to use sellotape. Okay, here's my big one. Get that right in over there. These mats I just brought on because Stampin' Up had a one, but they gave us it back because it what did it do? It I have to do that way. It curled and it lifted. Alright, so we might have to just cut these to that and that. Put that down a bit more. I love to get everything on. It's so much easier if you can get it on. Now I've just got to make sure. Oh, my husband moved my mat on me. Is the little bugs. So you've got to look at them, and on some of them, if you have a look. Oh, how do I do this? See how it's got the, and that's the one with the little legs. That's that one. It's how you hold your mouth. Now the one that looks like a heart is the open-winged butterfly. I say butterfly, I mean open-winged bug. Don't move. And then, oh, hold on. Let me have a look. That might be over there. Oh, no, it's not. It's that one. Okay, and then this one. Oh, concentration. Concentration. So this one's that one. Nearly finished, guys. It's really not that much. So I'm normally on at 8 PM, as I said in the beginning, but due to my operation I've gone on early and I haven't given anyone notice, but that's alright. I'll go back and have a look. Alright, so we're going to see if this works and goes through that, otherwise we have to get off the dyes. Oh, I don't know if that's strong enough to get it. Let's have a look if it worked. It did, it did. I didn't know, because with using this mat, so you get them on, oh, now what happened there? One of my bugs dropped off somewhere. I don't want to lose them because I've lost things before it's not there, so I better use my magnetic thing and put it round here somewhere and see if it's anywhere. I'll take these ones off. So I'm missing a bug. Just remind me. Alright. You do have to use like your picking tool sometimes to get them off. But oh my god, it makes it so much easier. And you just go one less mat. So I don't mind that. I don't know, it's not stamping up, but I'm just wondering if this is all going to come out okay. And I might just run that through one more time, because it did work, but I just feel like it might need a couple more. And we'll go back again. I don't know if it'll be enough pressure on that one. No, I'm going to have to take that out and put the other mat in. What's that one? And I don't need to stick it down because it's going. And that's the correct setting for your stamping thing. So oh, I hit my bug. No. Oh my goodness, I don't want to lose him. Alright, now he's falling apart. I'll just... That's better. So that's okay, because he's such a big die, you can get them off all right. So I'm just going to double check they haven't got the bug on them anywhere. No. Or on my pad. No. I've dropped the ruler. So you won't be able to do all this bending next week. Oh, I wonder where he jumped to. Not on me. Alright, so we have to use our picking tool to get this out of here. And we're nearly finished, guys. Thank you for coming on and watching. Just subscribe, and then you'll get a notification when I'm back on again. So you've got to push all these little holes out, don't you? I have got a machine that takes them out. Once you get a few, like these bigger ones, they release the inside. So that's just a piece in the middle. You don't use those. But the little dots on the outside then release. So see that? It's starting to come off. So these ones release here. Oh no, that's still a long one. Alright, we've got to get these up. See if you can get these ones. And then it all comes off. How's that? Isn't that a beautiful die? So big. And there's that colour I said was I didn't like at all. So go figure. Sometimes you've just got to go back and try it again, don't you? I've got to find that bug or I'll be really spewing to lose another bug. Alright, so let us add our pieces to it. So everything's out of that. Look at that. That's upside down because I'm doing it. Alright. Yeah, not too much, just skinny across. If you've got skinny glue, I brought some, but it didn't work as well. You've got some stronger vines, like you're not going to be able to put it up, that little tiny thing. You can try, see, you can just go on the outside. I often run things through silicone, but I just think I can get this one quite nicely. Alright. And this one is going in here, in the middle. So it's going right down on the base there. And here, okay? Isn't that lovely? What I'm going to do is quickly just put a silicone mat over it while I put the other one on. And this one I'm doing on dimensionals. Big ones. So there's a few. Just to pick it up and make it look good. So unfortunately on the card like this, I can't make you a kit. Because if you want to buy kits from me, I can make kits. I make kits on the latest stuff, and I just can't stamp. But I just do it by one kit at a time. Like if you want one of the cards I've made, I can cut the kit, everything to it, but I can't stamp, which means I can do you everything but the stamping there, and then you've got to add that. So if you don't buy the set, you just use another flower. You probably have some of your own that you just want to use and make it the same. So follow my YouTube or my Facebook, and make sure you just getting that on. I'm having a leaf going over there. So now with our little ladybirds, we're going to use these tiny little panicky-dicky ones. You've got to break them down into little bits. Alright, so get some. Oh, I told you my hands were sticky before, but by goodness, touching those gluey things makes them sticky again. Alright, just do those ones like that because they're nice. So these ones, look at the size of these. How tiny are those to those big ones? Look at that. I'll pull one out. Look. So these are good for all your tiny wee bits and pieces. So just pick them all and put them down. I do a lot of things. If I get it all done at the same time, it makes it easier. And there it goes. And there. Alright, I'll just pop those out. Nothing missing. Right, now we're just going to put our bugs around. So we had a flying bug over here. We had another buggy bug coming up here to get that leaf. So I suppose you could put your diamantes on if you wanted. I don't know, I should use more sparkle. I've got that much of it. And there's a little leaf here and here, so I'm just going to set him on that leaf. And then I'm going to open inside, and there's no glue spilled from here. So I can feel a little bit of glue there. Where's my rubber? Here it is. And I'm just going to give that. And there's a little bit there. There you go. Alright. So, on the inside I put one on this leaf. One flying down. And one flying up. Now, how is that, hey? So, from my people that have come on Facebook, on YouTube, I'm just going to move this, I can't see any comments, which is a bugger, because if you lived in Australia, I would send you one of these cards. And my other card is going to my beautiful husband's cousin in Holland. I hope you think it's good and she'll like it. And that's what I've done. Okay, and unfortunately I will doubt very much whether I'll be on next week because of my hip. Apparently you've got bed rest for 2 weeks. Not bed rest, but hardly doing anything. But if I get bored, I'll come on down and say hello. So I hope you enjoy this card. And you please come and see me another day, and I hope my operation goes all right, and I hope I can find that ladybug. I don't know where it is. Nice to have you. Thank you. Bye. All right, we want to